Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Wednesday, April 28th. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. I do apologize for not getting a podcast out to you guys Friday and Monday. It's been a week since we spoke last. I do have to say congratulations to Chantel Sandberg and to Chris Myers for getting out there. Two Team Ordinary members getting out there and doing races over the weekend. Chantel finishing a 5K and Chris finishing, I believe it was their first ever trail race. About 4 or 5 miles, and good job out there, both of you guys. So yeah, a little bit of equipment issue on Friday. I don't even want to get into it. And then Monday, to be honest, Monday I did take a day off. Monday I felt like I needed to work on something. I'll explain to you now, and possibly go off on a tangent that is going to last us a little while. Our foundation, the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation, is brand new. And we started it in January, and we started it, over a year ago, but really kind of opened our doors in January, started getting some donations in March, and thank you so much. We've now raised over $5,000 in total from the Ordinary Marathon, and also through our fundraising efforts for the foundation. And thank all of you guys for donating. It's been awesome so far. But on the other end, we have to get some programs off the ground and start putting that money to good use. And our first program is called Running For Autism. We've had Scott Frassard on the show, and we've had we tried to match up the start of this program with the start of Autism Acceptance Month, which is April. So on April 1st, we opened our program, and let me again remind you guys what the program is. It is a 5 to 6 month training program for an autistic athlete. We identified a coach, Coach Cole Stepro from Austin, Texas. She is autism certified to work with autistic athletes specifically. We are looking for an athlete between the ages of 16 and 24 who lives in the Austin area, so you can train with Coach Stepro. Training for 5 or 6 months. We're going to give you some running attire. We'll give you the whole Team Ordinary package, shirt, hat, all that stuff. The bag too, a cinch bag. We're going to get you some proper running shoes, and we're going to, you're going to work with the coach for a little while, and then we're going to try to find a race for you, a proper race, whether it be 5K, 10K, half marathon, or full marathon. And try to train for that race. Try to train for that distance, and we'll pay for their entry fee as well. So the package itself is amazing, and I think the cause is even better, right? Scott Frassard himself, diagnosed with autism at age 48, he's an Ironman. So the diagnosis, being placed on the spectrum, doesn't always necessarily mean that you're incapable of doing some pretty amazing things. I was going to say incredible and amazing, and it came out amazable. Some pretty incredible things. And we've seen it. We've seen autistic athletes do amazing things. So this was just an opportunity put forth from the foundation to see if we could find someone to sort of set that example and be that example of someone who overcomes and perhaps the empowerment from doing something that you maybe never thought you could ever do is always incredible. And it's so prevalent in racing. You see it every day. You see it all the time. So that was the plan. That was the program. And we opened up the application process on April 1 and tried to get the word out a little bit on social media. Scott and I, we talked about it for a long time. We tried to reach out to some people, trying to find that one perfect candidate. And on April 25th, we closed the application process, and Scott and I sat down ready to go pour through the hundreds of applications we received to find that number one, that perfect candidate of our dreams to be our first participant in one of our Ordinary Marathoner Foundation programs. And we had no applicants, zero applicants. And I tell you, for me, I talked to a bunch of people over the last few days, and I got to be honest, when you talk to me, chances are you got a very positive vibe, and there's a reason for this. You got a very sort of determined person ready to throw some more extra energy into this program and make it happen. We extended the deadline for the application process to May 15th. So the process is still open to May 15th. So if you're out there, you're listening to the podcast, and you think that that you know someone who may be able to fit the bill, get on over there, put your name in there, and I think it's a great program. But initially, my initial feeling was one of failure. Almost like if you ran 25 miles of a marathon and you just decide, let's back it up. Let's back it up. We don't have to finish it. Who cares anyway? No, it wasn't a feeling of capitulation or giving up. It was a feeling of failing somebody. And it's one thing. I mean, my marketing skills, I talk about them all the time. They're really piss poor. They're really terrible. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to posting on social media. I tend not to like it very much. I don't have a budget that I can start, pay some marketing guy to try to get the word out for me about the podcast, about our team, about all that stuff. I really kind of rely on you guys for word of mouth as much as possible. That being said, we did make some calls. We did send out some feelers trying to find the right person. And we kind of was hoping that we just, we set it out there and it would kind of find a life of itself. We talked to a few people who said, hey, my kid maybe doesn't really fit into what you're looking for, but I know a lot of people and I'll spread the word for you. So we're just waiting on that one applicant, that perfect applicant to apply. It just never happened. And now, it's one thing if my marketing skills are bad for myself and I suffer the consequences through lack of podcast listenership or whatever, lack of sponsors for the Ordinary Marathon, whatever that may be, lack of people going to my stuff. That's whatever. That's fine. I got to eat the pill for that. But this is my baby. This isn't necessarily for me. This is for other people. This is our project to do good things. And man, this was more disappointing than any DNF at first. This was like, whoa. It was kind of like a wake-up call. For sure, a wake-up call. And at first when I was thinking, we're not going to get any applicants, I was like, wow, this is failure. But again, when I hit failure, when I DNF a race, I always come back stronger. I get more resolve. I find it, and I want to do better, and I want to fix the wrongs. Right? I have to do it better. I have to train harder. And that's kind of what happened here. Now, I talked to two people before really kind of flipping that switch. One of them basically said, why are your expectations so high that you were going to get all these applicants? Like, you've never done this before. This is the very first program that you've ever done. And, you kind of put out some feelers and you shot the word out there a little bit, but you didn't really get involved. You didn't get boots on the ground. You weren't really talking to families or people who might actually, it might be a candidate for this. You just kind of threw it out there and hoped for the best. True. My expectations perhaps were too high. And then I talked to somebody else who said to me, hey, I know what you think. You think that autism is something that 1 in 50 people get diagnosed with every year. And it's, and you think that it's just so prevalent, but what you're looking for here is a 16 to 24-year-old athlete who lives in Austin, Texas. And the spectrum is so wide, right? The spectrum is so wide. A lot of parents, rightfully so, very protective of their kids, don't necessarily want to put them out there, expose them to something that they don't know, run by people they might not know or be aware of. I get that. As a parent, I get that. I understand that. Furthermore, the spectrum being wide as it is, we're looking for an athlete on that entire spectrum. We're looking for an athlete in a certain age range that lives in a certain geographical area. Our niche is actually probably a lot smaller than we think, and I get that too. But still, I know the perfect person is out there. I know somewhere there is someone that can use this program. There's someone that will thrive in this program. And perhaps, again, I keep talking about it and you just can't expect good things to happen without putting a little elbow grease into it. So Monday, when I told you guys that I didn't do a podcast, the reason I didn't do a podcast was because I was sitting in front of that computer emailing the Autism Society of Texas, emailing parent groups that I found on Facebook and saying, hey, I'd love to talk to you. Just reaching out to people and seeing if I could get some people to talk to. And, I got some some people just ignore me, and that's fine. That's social media. That's what happens. Some people are just going to ignore you, and some people I had really good conversations with, and some people are going to try to help us get the word out even further. And we extended that application deadline to May 15th, and we're going to try again. And this time we're going to put a little bit more elbow grease, a little bit more attention, focus attention on it. And that's what I did on Monday. And so that I apologize for not being here for you guys, but I felt like it really needed my attention. And again, when I sense failure, it gets me to work that much harder. And I needed to do this for myself and for our foundation. I think, I want our foundation to be successful. I got to tell you, it's up there. It's up there in the list. You want to be personally successful. You want to have your kids grow up to be good people. But I want this foundation to thrive. And if we have to sit there and I say we, I mean me, but you can apply it to yourself if you help us out. If you're helping us out on our advisory board or board of directors, I know some of you guys really work hard. But man, if failure is just not an option here. It's just not an option here. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my best. And if the podcast has to sacrifice an episode here and there, then so be it. And I do apologize to you guys, the listeners who've been with me for a long time. But so be it. That's the way it's got to be. And I'm sure you know that about me. So, we're going to work that much harder to find that applicant, and hopefully, adding another couple weeks, 2-3 weeks to this will help us out. The Ordinary Marathon, man, I blinked and this thing is catching up on us. It starts pretty much in a week, next week, Thursday night at midnight. We'll be running our Midnight Madness Mile. Looking forward to that. So much. Looking forward to it so much. I got a lot of work to do on that as well. We're going to be busy all week trying to put those pieces together, making sure that we get this event down and that it's going to be a great event for all of you guys. Looking forward to it so much. We'll have some emails coming out if you've already registered with some details about the things that you can expect and what you can expect from the Ordinary Marathon this year. And we're working with Race Roster. Oh my God, guys, they sent us a template of the new registration page we're going to have for next year. We'll be rolling that out at the end of this year's race. And I am so excited for the future of this race, guys. So excited. With all the stuff that we put in this year as sort of additional things that we're doing for the race, next year, I'm going to tell you, next year is going to be even better. And I'm excited for this year. So looking forward to getting that started next Thursday. But again, expect an email if you've registered. You can still register. Go to ordinarymarathon.com and get signed up. It's only $10. It's only $10. We've got a lot of people signed up for the Run for the Fallen. That is our Saturday, May 15th run to acknowledge the sacrifice of service members in our military. We've got probably about 20 people signed up already to run a mile in honor of someone. And man, I tell you, some of the pictures that come over and it's moving, it's touching, and I can't imagine how special this day is going to be for us. So if you've already registered for the Ordinary Marathon and you want to run a mile for a fallen service member, please reach out to me. Let me know. We have a lot of time slots that we can squeeze you in, and I'm looking forward to that day too. It's going to be quite a moving tribute. Personally, guys, I've been training pretty hard. I kind of not so focused on the run lately, but getting my swims in Monday, Wednesday. I've set a new schedule, and here it is. I'll give you the whole schedule. I started my yoga on Monday. Did my first yoga in a long, long time. Adrian kicked my butt. Made me realize again that I'm not, just because my FTP went up on the bike doesn't necessarily mean I'm in great shape. Man, you sit in some of those yoga poses and you're like, wow, this shouldn't really feel too hard. It looks pretty easy. I'm just sitting here. But all of a sudden my back is sore, my arms are twitching and things. So yoga's on the schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So today is a yoga day. Tuesday, Thursday is a lifting day. So lifting days on Tuesday, Thursday. I lifted for the second time this year. I lifted yesterday. And you got to kind of ease into the lifting. I definitely recommend easing into the lifting. Don't go crazy your first day out there. So granted, this was my second day. About a week ago, I lifted for the first time. Lifted again yesterday, and I felt pretty good. I did feel pretty good. A little sore today. Even air squats and air lunges, man, they kill me. They will, do 20 air squats today if you haven't lifted in a long time, and then do 10 lunges on each leg and see how you feel in about a half an hour. See how you feel. But anyway, things are going well. Things are going well. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are also my swim days. So I swam this morning. I swam Monday, and the swimming is coming back, and the swimming feels good, guys. Swimming is it's gonna. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be my strength, which is kind of freaky that swimming could be my strength, but it's because I suck at the bike and the run so much that if I'm just a mediocre swimmer, I'm pretty good. But yeah, it feels good, and it's good to be back in the water, and it's definitely good to kind of get that morning thing up and going. And I tell you, going to the gym in the morning and checking the box always makes you feel good. And we've been talking about 5 a.m. warriors. We rode 5 a.m. last week, got a good workout in, in yesterday morning at 5 a.m. Want to thank everyone who's been showing up. We're getting quite the crowd. On at 5 a.m. Kyle Lundquist showing up, Ron Booz, Tabby Booz, Joe Caniano, Mike Romans. I mean, man, it's starting to pile up. Like, we're starting to really get a good showing at 5 a.m. Todd Seiden, we need you back, brother. Todd's racing really soon too. I think St. George Ironman 70.3. That'll be fun to watch. But best of luck out there, Todd. What else we got going on here, guys? I don't know. I felt we had the Thursday night ride last week, and that went really well. Had about 20 people show up. We did some music trivia. You can find that video. That live stream is up on the YouTube channel. We got a lot of things going on. Juggling a lot of things here, and but there is sort of a loose schedule to it all, and I feel like once we kind of get the routine of it all down, things will be better. I do have to run a little bit more often. I didn't do a long run this weekend. I was supposed to. I didn't do one. I got to run today. It's on the schedule for today. So today I already swam. I got yoga. I got run. Thursday, we got Thursday morning workout at 5 a.m. Thursday night ride. We're going to be doing... As was suggested by our 15-year-old Kyle Lundquist on last Thursday night, I tried to put together a Journey-only music trivia, fill in the lyrics this week. So I know some of you guys out there have been listening to Journey all week, trying to get them down, get the lyrics down so that you can compete a little bit stronger this week. But it should be fun. It should be fun. I hope we get a bunch of people. I feel like a dozen people already signed up for the ride, and we'll probably get a little bit more as we get closer to Thursday night, 6:35. And again, if you listen to the show and you're on Zwift and you want to join us, just reach out to me, let me know, and I can certainly add you to the invitation list, ever-growing invitation list every week. So, feels good, guys. Feels good. Even though I didn't get the podcast in Friday and Monday, we've been this is a good busy. When you're busy and the day kind of passes on really quickly, but then when you're done with the day and you're laying in bed and you just say, wow, I got a lot done today. Those are the satisfying days, whether it be training, whether it be the foundation and the work that we're doing there, whether it be coaching, the athletes I'm coaching and just kind of monitoring them and while they're getting closer and closer, some of them getting really closer and closer to race day, races that they've trained hard for a long time, as in over a year for. And we're going to start seeing some results and some good results coming at you in the next couple of weeks and months. And boy, we got to, the tension is up, whether it be foundation work, whether it be coaching work, whether it be my own training, it is up. The stress is high, but we're dealing with it. And this is the fun stuff. So I hope you guys can enjoy the training, enjoy the process yourself, get busy, get at it, get those routines down. I'm still working on mine. Mine has changed. It has now changed a lot over the last 2 weeks. But I think I have a good idea of what I want to accomplish. I just have to actually go accomplish that. So, good luck to all you out there. Remember, if you want to support the podcast, head on over to patreon.com/ordinarymarathoner. We will read your name out loud on the podcast. We will thank you vociferously. Is that the right word? That's probably not even the right word. That means like I don't know. I don't. That's probably the total wrong word. But I will thank you on the podcast, and then your name will get added to the scroll of supporters at the end. By the way, we have I told you we had two new supporters for the Ordinary Marathon. Number one was Heidi Garner Studio at HeidiGarnerStudio.com. She makes custom-made hats and some other custom-made artwork stuff I saw Jen Bergstrom wearing one the other day, and I said, I got to see if she will do one for the Ordinary Marathon, and she agreed. she does amazing work. Just go to HeidiGarnerStudio.com. And also Raw Rev donated, I think 12 boxes of their energy bars, their plant-based nutrition bars. And also, I lost it here, Todd Beecher. I did want to thank Todd Beecher for, let me see if I got it here, for donating a box of, I can't even remember. It's here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I just got to find the logo. And I can't find it. Of course. Oh, there it is. Thump headphones. They are wireless headphones. He's sending me like a package of like 40 of these suckers. So we're going to be able to give away tons of them during the Ordinary Marathon. So, looking forward to giving those away. And man, love to see it. Love to have all the support. And remember, every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.